Ohio State did exactly what I thought they should have done. Now, I'm not a coach, so maybe I'm ignorant in saying that, but with how little Julian Sayin played against Texas in terms of throwing the football, and they really didn't have to or want to rely on him too much in that game, I thought it was a pretty intelligent idea to let him out there and give him the entire playbook and let him work and connect with his receivers, gain a bunch of confidence, and blow out Grambling 70 to nothing. Before I resume, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bells, and comment your thoughts down below. I love your engagement. Don't just hit the notification bell for my main channel, hit the bell for any team playlists attached to the video if interested. If your team is not there or you're not interested, please navigate to my home channel page, check out the playlists tab. Your team will be there if it's a Power 4 team, and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I cover that specific team. If you want additional content, bonus content, sign up as a paid member of the channel with the appropriate tier. I also give priority reply to members. And check out our Discord server. It's free. You get to interact with me. I get to pop in there, and the Discord server will notify you when we go live or when I upload videos. That was a really, I think, impressive plan from Brian Hartline and Ryan Day. Saying an 80.9 QBR, the reason it's probably not in the 90s is I think Grambling is one of the worst teams that any FBS team could play. They're a bad FCS team. So imagine how they go against a top 5 Ohio State team. But he threw for 306 yards, 4 touchdowns, just one pick that kind of was a bad pick, but 18 of 19, you can't complain about that. He had a really good game. And Lincoln Keenholz had a good game. He had 71 passing yards and 70 attempts with a 91.5 QBR. This quarterback room is deep. They're gaining chemistry with their receivers. They're only going to get better, I think, as the year goes on. The Ohio State quarterbacks will. I was impressed with the offense and the team as a whole. I have less to take away from this matchup than perhaps any other, for the sole reason that Grambling truly is that bad, and it's almost impossible for inferior teams to scale to Ohio State when they play them. This is part of the reason why Day is so good at beating those bad teams. He's a genius. He's a really good head coach, but when you have Hartline and his receivers, no one can ever match your skill talent. So you have to have a team that is either better coached than you, which is rare, or that has better trench play and it calls the game better on that given day, so they can control the game and kind of keep your receivers from dominating. Grambling doesn't have any of those. They have Mickey Joseph at head coach, who, all respects to him, not FBS head coach material. Their roster is not good. Honestly, this team is probably just as bad as the Northwestern State team that Minnesota played, and Minnesota beat them 66 to nothing and scored 59 points in the first half. This was a scrimmage, more so than Georgia Austin P, more so than Penn State FIU, more so than Oregon Oklahoma State, more so than really any of the games that I've talked about outside of that Minnesota game. This is a scrimmage, honestly. So the takeaways I have, the game reactions, are mostly based on preseason research and that Texas game, tying in with what I know. And I've always believed that Sayin is a good QB. He showed that with his throws. Poised, wonderful touch, great air on the ball. He can layer the balls that he throws. He can, beat the zone, beat man. I mean, it's easy when you have those receivers, but we saw against Texas, he made beautiful throws against a really good defense. So I think that saying, well, it's Grambling, of course he looked good, it's a little bit disingenuous. Like the arm talent is totally there, I think. The tackles are great. That should be expected, though. If you gave up even just a handful of pressures to Grambling, that'd be a massive red flag. Keenan Bailey, love what he's done with the tight ends. You got Kazmarek involved, Thurman involved. Tight end is a strength of this offense. It's a staple of the unit. Bailey deserves his flowers for that. And I think that Bo Jackson could be number 1 running back at the end of the year. This is something that Juck on Bucks has talked about. This is something that I think even I mentioned in the preseason that I expected him to be featured more in the offense as the year goes on. He had 109 rushing yards for 12 yards per carry and a touchdown. Just wonderful. Long run of 51. Ohio State was able to run the ball well. You again, you'd expect them to. It's Grambling. If they didn't, that would be pretty bad. But I mean, Jackson showed an edge to him that I don't think any other running back has. And another thing about the rushing attack, that was a beautiful counter design on that one run by C.J. Donaldson. I think it was his longest run of the day. You know what I'm talking about? They pulled offensive linemen to the left, handed off to Donaldson, and just the entire right side of the field opens up and just boom, easy first down. That was so seamless and beautiful. It could make a grown man cry. Can't really make me cry. I don't cry out of beauty. I just kind of get excited and bouncy. But that was wonderful. I think that Ohio State is who we thought they were. And we'll have to learn more about them as they get into Big Ten play. Ohio probably won't tell us much because, again, yes, they played Rutgers close, but Ohio State should not be close to Rutgers. Ohio State could win by 20. They could win by 42. I probably won't care as long as it doesn't look like they're trying super hard and they only win by 20. Like if they decide to play their F game and rotate a bunch and they just come out lazy against Ohio, I wouldn't be all that concerned unless their defense was really getting eaten up. Honest to goodness. I mean, this is one of the best teams in America. So 70-0, showing off their passing attack, getting Sayin more chemistry and connection. Wonderful game, and Ohio State moves on to take on bigger and better opponents, starting with Ohio. Then they got to play on the road at Washington to open up Big Ten play. Thank you so much for watching College Football with Sam. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bells, and comment your thoughts down below. Again, for the notification bells, don't just hit the bell for my main channel, hit it for any team playlists attached, or if you're not interested in those teams, navigate to my channel homepage, to the playlists tab. There will be a playlist for your favorite team if it's a Power 4 team. Hit the notification bell for that playlist so you can get notified when I mention them or talk about the conference broadly that they reside in. If you want bonus content, sign up as a paid member. And our Discord server is totally free. You get to interact with me and several other diehard football fans in there. So do those things. Most of them are free. And if you want to go the extra mile, there's always the Patreon page and YouTube memberships.